This, okay. Okay, bye-bye.
Hi, how are you?
Joy, I'm doing well. How are you?
Awesome.
Good, 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 good.
So tell me what you have going on.
All right. So I have this trucking company that I started in March of this year. I spent, 3-4 years with a trucker, helped him get his business off the ground. So I felt like I needed to do something with the information that I gained from that relationship. So I started this in March. Um, and I also have like a consulting business that I started back like during COVID.
Mm-hmm.
So with the trucking company, I'm trying to do, I bought your grant bundle, right? So I'm trying to have this virtual assistant that's helping me with a lot of stuff. And I'm stuck with the proposal. It's so specific, and I know that it's information that I should know, and I've been trying to work on it and stuff. So I don't know. I just feel like I need a little bit help to push through the proposal piece on the grant part for the trucking business. But overall, what I want to do is make sure that I have everything set up right. So I have the trucking company, I have the consulting company, and I have some rental property. Well, one rental property. So I want to structure it right because I want to get, some more real estate under my belt, get the trucking company off of the ground, and do a little bit more with my consulting business. So first I want to just make sure I got everything set up right. And then I just need a little bit of coaching on the grant piece for the trucking company.
Okay, so what's the name of the LLC for the rental property?
I don't have one for the rental property. I've been doing Schedule Cs all these years, right? So I've got to create one for, yeah, I don't have one.
What's the LLC name for the consulting business?
It's called Wealth Savvy Consulting.
And then what is the name of the LLC for the trucking company?
It's called Tandem Trucking and Logistics.
Okay. So I'm assuming we have filed our LLC reports for each of these two LLCs.
For 2023.
What state are you in?
I'm in Georgia. I'm in Columbus, right outside of Atlanta.
Let me see.
I know I've paid the fee. I don't think I filed like a report.
Okay, but you have paid the fee for Georgia.
Yeah. They're active.
Okay.
Yeah.
And we have a business or a virtual address listed on them?
I do.
Okay. And we have a current address for the registered agent that you have access to?
A current address for the registered agent. I think I changed it this year to me.
That's fine.
Okay, yeah, it's me.
We have EINs, bank accounts, and operating agreements for both LLCs.
We have EINs, bank accounts. I don't know about the operating agreements. I think I do. I did my LLC through Rocket Lawyer, so I think it did come with an operating agreement.
You did them both with Rocket Lawyer?
I did.
Okay. So you should have one.
Okay. I'm logging in now just to make sure.
So we're going to start an LLC for the rental property. Who owns the rental property?
Me.
Okay. So when you form your rental property LLC, you'll want to update the lease agreement. So it's between the tenant and the rental property LLC, not you personally.
Well, it's vacant right now, so that'll be
okay.
good. Okay.
And then you also need to have a lease agreement between you and the rental property LLC leasing the property to them.
Lease agreement between me and the LLC.
Yes.
Okay.
So the LLC can use the property since it's in your name.
Okay.
So one lease agreement between you and the LLC, and the other one's gonna be LLC to tenant.
Got
And
it.
whatever is the mortgage, the lease agreement should be whatever the mortgage amount is. And so every month this rental property LLC will pay you that rental agreement fee for the mortgage. And then you'll pay the mortgage from your personal bank account.
Okay. So LLC, operating agreement, lease agreement between me and the LLC, and then the LLC to the tenant.
Correct.
Okay. Okay, so I need to do that. LLC. All right. So back during COVID, when I started the consulting business,
Mm-hmm.
I was a little out of order with some things. So I went and got an EIN for a business that I was going to do an LLC for, but I never did the LLC. But I still have the EIN for that. So I'm wondering if I can make that like my go back and just make an LLC for it, since I already got the EIN, and make that my holding company.
Well, the EIN doesn't need to be established before the LLC is established.
Okay, well, that's a no-go then. Okay. Yeah. All right. Okay. What are your thoughts on I've been doing a little bit of homework because I do want to set up the holding company. What are your thoughts on like doing a different state? I saw where people were talking a lot about others doing other states that were a little bit more beneficial for LLC.
I don't think that they're more beneficial.
Okay.
And this is why. If you are going to do an LLC in a different state, then you're going to have to register that LLC in the state that you're in. So now you're going to have two LLCs you have to keep up with. Taxes are paid where the income is earned. So if you work from home, the income is earned in Georgia.
Mm-hmm.
So you can't form in a state somewhere else to avoid taxes.
Okay.
I would just say, what is your reasoning for forming in another state? So then I can kind of tell you. If there's enough benefit that outweighs the additional cost of what you're about to do.
I was just looking at some stuff online, to be quite honest with you. And it was a white guy attorney. He was talking about the benefits of forming. I think he was specifically talking about Arizona, where the LLC is protected.
Your LLC is always protected. By forming the LLC, you're separating your assets from the business assets.
Okay.
No state is going to give you there's no state that gives you better asset protection. They're all the same.
Okay. All right. So then let me just. Okay, so we said no to the old EIN. Okay, no to the out-of-state LLC. For the different entities, so I have a small spot that I am renting for the trucking company.
Mm-hmm.
Addresses, can they all have the same address, or how should that look?
Yes.
They can all have the same address. Okay, perfect. Tax wise, once I have everything structured, holding company, and then I'll have the consulting company under that and the trucking company under it, two separate LLCs. Tax wise, is there what should I do on the front end to make sure that I'm in a good situation when it comes to taxes? As far as like, I know I should have a separate account, but is there anything additional, like as far as taxes when it comes to the different businesses?
I would say just knowing all your tax deductions. I have a tax deduction guide on my website. How much are you making a year profit?
So for the consulting business, not much, probably about 6,000.
Okay.
Probably about 6,000. That's primarily like credit repair. And so I'm retired Army, retired military.
Okay.
And I started working last year, so I pulled away a little bit from it. So I really kind of want to rev that back up. But right now, about $6,000 for the year.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you wouldn't have to worry about anything until you're at that $60,000 to $80,000 of profit for the year. That's when you'll want to look into having the IRS tax your LLC as an S corp.
Okay. And that's not collectively, right? That's per LLC, right?
Correct.
Okay. 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 Car and business name. I really want a vehicle, and I don't want it on my personal credit, because I'm trying to purchase a home in the next year. So is that a good idea? Not a good idea? Like,
It'd take you about 6 to 9 months to build out the business credit profile to be credit worthy to get financings or to qualify for financing. You will also need to have revenue that will justify the loan. So they're going to look at your business bank account. Can like whatever would be the requirements for you personally to qualify for the car, the business needs to have those same requirements.
okay. Okay, I think I want to spend some time on the grant piece.
What have you been asking for in your grant application?
I haven't started submitting. Is that what you?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I haven't started submitting yet because I haven't completed it. The one that you have is like so intense. So I haven't started submitting yet. I'm trying to see if there's a way that I can kind of maybe streamline it while I'm working on like all the meat and potatoes and start submitting. You know what I mean? Something a little less, what's the
What
word?
are you looking at in my bundle?
Huh?
What are you looking at in my bundle? Have you seen the training videos?
I haven't. So I have my VA working on that.
Girl.
I haven't.
Have you looked at a grant application?
No.
Okay. The VA looking at it? So are you really overwhelmed, or you just not know?
I
Go to a grant application and just start filling it out for your first grant.
Okay.
It's gonna be online.
Okay. So you don't have to submit the proposal though?
Oh, you clearly haven't been in my grant bundle, have you? No,
Okay.
ma'am.
I purchased it, but I told him to go in there and
Okay.
okay, I'll go.
I put the grant proposal in there so people could just understand what a grant proposal is, right? But the business grants don't require a grant proposal. The business grants are going to have an online application where you are filling out the questions online.
Okay.
The questions are going to really all be the same.
Okay.
Why did you start your business? What makes your business different than the competition? What do you do, and how does what you do help the community? Why do you need this money, and what are you going to do with the money? Those are going to really be the gist of what they're asking you. They may word it differently, but who you are, what you do, what makes you different, why do you need the money, and what you're going to do with the money, those are going to be basically the main questions. So you just need to answer those questions. I have a grant writing masterclass, a live webinar this weekend, 7th and 8th, where I'm going to actually be going through a blueprint as to how to answer all these questions and kind of keep those answers in a Google Doc. So then when you are applying for the application, although the question may be asked differently, you've already answered it. It's your budget will be your budget. All we're going to do is, if you're applying for a $30,000 budget, we may have more things on there. If you're applying for a $10,000 grant, we may take some things off of your budget. But it's all the questions are the same, and they're not. It's not most of them, if not all of them, are all online.
Okay.
I'm going to type out a full grant proposal.
I still see where the proposal could be beneficial because you could just copy and paste from it pretty much, right? Yeah. Okay.
But my suggestion would be you, not your VA, go on the grant bundle, look at the October list, pick one grant, and you, not the VA, just go through the grant application. Look at the questions it's asking you.
Okay.
And because you're the owner, this is your baby. Nobody can talk about how great their child is but the mother, right? So what you want to do is make sure that you are seeing what they're asking, and then you'll know how you want to respond. And then you can always tell your VA, here are my bullet points on how to answer, questions 1, 2, 3, 4, go ahead and, you can either put your response in ChatGPT to make it sound a little better with some more adjectives. You can have your VA kind of check the grammar, but a lot of times it's going to be questions, and a lot of times they're going to tell you in 500 words or less, in 200 words or less. So a lot of time there's a cap, just so you don't tell your whole life story. So it's more about being concise and answering the question.
Okay. So I have another question for you. So back in January, I hired this company to help me, even though I've done it before, because I had been working, because I was working, I knew I wouldn't have the time that it took to like get the trucking company up, do the LLC, do all of the, stuff that comes with it. So I had hired this company, paid them $10,000.
Mm.
They did absolutely totally nothing. I mean, the time frame that they were moving in, I could have did it if I had known. So I asked for a refund back in July, which they agreed to refund me, but I still haven't received it. It's been a bunch of back and forth in the email, but my money, I ain't got my money. So are you able to do a letter? How much would you charge for that? I just feel
How
like,
did you pay for the?
how much did I pay them?
How did you pay for it?
Credit card.
Can you do a chargeback?
Can I? At this point, I ain't never did that. So what do you do? How do I do it? Just
You're gonna call your bank. You're gonna call your bank. You're gonna call your bank.
uh-huh.
You're gonna do a chargeback, and you're gonna say that you never received the product.
So call a credit card company.
Correct. You never received what you paid for on this day. I want to say you have like 6 months to do a chargeback.
Well, I'm outside of that.
July?
I did this in January. I charged it in January. I asked for a refund in July.
Do you have a you asked for the refund in via email?
I did.
Okay. And they responded via email?
Uh-huh.
Can you see me?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, because I opened up my I can't see you. I'm about to Google this. Hold on.
Okay. Because I need my coin.
What I would do, because they're not gonna a letter is not gonna do anything, sweetie.
Okay.
A chargeback will. The chargeback will take the money from them, and then they will have to show how they either provided the product or service or they didn't. I would call your bank, let them know that you purchased something, you never received it, that the company agreed to give you your money back. You will then need to submit like a screenshot or a fax over an email of them saying that blah, blah, blah. That's going to be the quickest way to get your money back.
Okay. I don't know why I didn't think to do that. Okay. I think I mean, that's all the questions I had, Joy. My biggest thing was the grant.
For your grants, I want you to do this. I want you to look at 1 or 2 grant applications just so that you understand what they're asking.
Okay.
It's not going to be as I know looking at that grant proposal, you're just like, Jesus, can you take the wheel? Because that is a lot.
I did ask. He hadn't responded yet.
Just look over, if you personally just look over the grant application, you're going to see what they're asking for and understand, oh, it's not that much. Okay.
Okay. Yes, I'm thinking was since I was writing down questions as they were popping in my head.
Okay.
Might be all over the place. I guess we have some time. Are we able to, or you are able to kind of like maybe look through what I have currently with each of my and make sure everything looks legit, like the website.
What's the first website?
Let's do the trucking one. Let's do it's Tandem Trucking.
Tandem is TAND or TANT?
TAND Tandem
Okay, Tandem.
Trucking.org. I'm waiting on my .com to be transferred. So it's .org right now.
TANDUM?
T as in Tom.
TAND as in David, UM.
EM.
Okay. Okay, TANDEMTRUCKING.org.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, this logo could be refreshed.
Okay. Yes.
The trucking and logistics looks real small underneath. I just, that it's not life or death, it just.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, tell me what we're doing with Tandem.
So this is my goal with Tandem. So I have it registered with sam.gov. So my goal is to secure a government contract. So right now I'm looking for owner operators because I really don't want to try to get a fleet right this minute coming out the gate. So I'm looking for owner operators, and I'm pulling a database of owner operators and their equipment. But my goal is to secure a government contract and put some, ideally I want the majority of my company to be veterans. So like 51% veterans. But yeah, so I'm on sam.gov, and I think because this is the end of the year, there's not much on there right now. So I just want to make sure I've got everything set up when the budget comes out for the new fiscal year. Our year ends at the end of this month. Military years in October. So ideally that's what I want to do. I want to secure a government contract and put some truckers to work with their own equipment. Eventually I want to start securing my own fleet, but I want the new trucks that are very expensive. They're like hybrids, and they're environmental friendly and all that good stuff. They're very expensive, so I want to try to get some revenue coming in before I venture off into trying to secure a fleet. You know about trucking, don't you, Joy?
I do a little bit.
A little bit, okay. Is what I'm saying making sense?
What you're saying is making sense.
Okay.
It's just you are in an industry where I think what you're saying the pieces you want to put together is probably going to be a little more pieces than what you're thinking it is. Have you thought of, so do you have any, see, here's the issue. You're looking for a government contract, right? But we don't have any revenue.
Mm-mm.
We don't have any employees.
Mm-mm.
So why would the government give your business a contract?
So sam.gov, so they have different, it's kind of like grants in a sense, where they are obligated to award certain amounts of contracts or to new businesses, veteran-owned businesses, woman-owned businesses. So
The government has a certain amount they have to award, or the trucking industry has a certain amount they have to award?
sam.gov, the government contracts, yeah, they have to make sure small businesses, like they have a
But we're talking about sam.gov in general, correct?
spread.
So from a business standpoint, what you need to look at is, if I have, prime example, if the government regulates the trucking industry, you have five trucks. You have 3 of the hybrid trucks that are really expensive, and you have 2 of the old beat down, broken, old mileage. In the next 30,000 miles, this bad boy's got to go out truck. Okay. And the government requires this new law that at least you have to hire at least one person fresh out of trucking school every 3 years. Okay. So you have your fresh new hire, and then you have 4 other seasoned drivers. Which truck are you going to put that brand new, fresh out of trucking school, hasn't crashed, hasn't passed a DOT, hasn't done nothing? Which truck are you going to put him in? The hybrid or the one that's on his last leg? You're gonna put him on the one that's on that last leg,
Right,
because you already know he gonna crash it.
right.
Crash it, you ain't worried about it, right?
Right.
Okay. So the government does have to award certain amount of contracts for women-owned businesses, new businesses, veteran-owned businesses, but the government hires a lot of different industries.
True.
So if I have to hire new businesses, I may want to hire them in janitorial or commercial cleaning services. I may want to hire those brand new businesses in those aspects. You are in the trucking industry, where every one of these trucks is a multi-million-dollar lawsuit all day, every day. Okay. Trucking is probably the most litigated industry that there is. So if I'm going to award a contract to a trucking company where the truck can kill someone, where whatever freight is being delivered from point A to point B, depending on how important the freight is, like I can't give a new trucking company a contract to go deliver military weapons, right? I need to make sure that this company knows and has all their I's dotted, all their T's crossed to transport this from point A to point B on time and in code. So with that being said, yes, you can apply for government contracting. From the business side, the percentage of being awarded a government contract with no experience, with no trucks, with no drivers, is kind of like, at least you got to at least make yourself be at least make your business correct. So there are, okay, the issues in trucking is that owner operators, there's not a lot of meat on the bone when it comes to trucking, especially with the gas prices. It's like the meat on the bone, meaning profit. The second a truck breaks down, the owner operator's out of business because they don't have a truck to work, right? Sometimes the owner operator doesn't have a consistent gig. So what would make tandem trucking attractive to an owner operator is if you could get in the loop of kind of being a dispatcher. Where are the jobs? Where are the jobs that need an owner operated truck? So not only is, hey, come to Tandem with your truck, and you come with everything, come with the truck, come with your DOT certification, come with your insurance, come with your gas, and come work for me. Okay, cool. What are you going to give me? So what jobs do you already have lined up for your drivers?
I don't have anything lined up right now. We
So
literally just started, what's the word I'm looking for? Looking for owner operators to apply so that I can have a database of stuff, right? I don't have anything right now. I mean, literally just finished the website and just signed up on, I feel like I'm ready. I just need like some guidance. So dispatching would definitely be something that I mean, I've done dispatching. I don't want to do it, but I could definitely connect with somebody that does it.
okay.
Yeah.
So what would make you marketable is getting or networking with people who do all that to know where are you located again?
I'm in Georgia.
You got any oil fields in Georgia or no?
I don't know.
Okay. Like where, I don't know if oil fields, plants, is there a port? There's no beach in Georgia.
There's a port in Savannah. I know there's a port in Savannah.
Where are all of the trucking jobs? Where are the companies that are looking for trucks? Where are they? How do you find out? Like what big company? Like I just did a contract for a girl. She got in with some oil field, right? Where they need 15 trucks, 20 truckers, boom, boom, boom. They have the work, they just need the truck. So she partners with the truckers and hey, I'm gonna put you, I have the connect, so I'm the plug. I'm gonna put you on, I want a percent of your pay. Okay. What makes you marketable is I have the money. You don't have the trucks. You don't have the insurance. You don't have none of that, and nor are you trying to tack on that liability and that headache. So if I have my truck, if I have all that, you need to have a job for me. So go and network, which will cost no money. Find out where are the jobs, who are the companies looking for drivers, and then your job could be putting the driver with the company. That's what Tandem Logistics is, trying to be that middleman.
Yeah, like a middleman.
So if we do that now, in a year, now we're saying I am Tandem Logistics. I have contracts with blah 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 blah. I've only been around for a year. I've already hired 20 drivers. I focus on hiring people that have either a prior criminal history or they are a veteran or women. I focus on hiring disenfranchised, drivers in the industry. And now you're making your business look like, okay, well, now I'll put you in the hybrid truck because you've already had multiple contracts. You've already been in the industry, although you may not have been in there long, you at least have experience.
Gotcha.
Now we can be applying for the government contracts with some umph.
So then let me ask you, based on what you just said, that all makes very good sense. How should I craft my grant proposal? Because I still want to apply for grants. Since I'm not going to be purchasing trucks right now. You see what I'm saying?
Do you really need money right now? So if you're going to apply for grants, maybe we are going to be asking for whatever startup equipment we need. So maybe we need some computers, maybe we need some printers, Maybe we need some office equipment. Like as of now, I don't think you need any money because what Tandem Logistics would do is just put the driver with the job. That doesn't really require any money. If you need to ask for something, you would ask for whatever would be the startup expenses. You know, we can't ask for no truck note because who gonna give you a down payment on a truck and we don't have no business? Because see, you're going to be competing against another trucking company who's going to say, I am Joy Logistics, and I need some staff. You know, I am turning down, contracts because I don't have enough drivers. I don't have enough people to be able to go and find the driver. So I'm missing out on money. I need to be able to have 2 more, secretaries. I have grown out of my home office. I need to now go get in a commercial building. I need to hire 5 people so that I can, answer all the phone calls and place all of my drivers with the contacts. So when they look at what you're doing and what you're asking for versus what I'm doing, what I'm asking for, we're not looking as competitive. So what would you need that could make you money in the next 60 days?
Drivers and a company that need drivers, the appropriate drivers. When I connect the dots, when I connect the driver with the company and say the driver is going on about his business, his truck breaks down. Is that in my mind? That would be something I feel like I would help to navigate.
What made you think that?
I don't know.
Okay. Or is Tandem Logistics a business or is it a nonprofit organization?
It's a business.
Okay. So if your car broke down, is someone about to help you fix it?
Mm-mm.
Okay. So.
Okay. I guess I'm just thinking about what is the benefit to the driver? I'll get a percentage.
They don't have the job.
What you mean?
The driver has the truck. He don't have the person who wants to pay him for his truck.
So, okay.
So you have the job. Right. So he would get X amount for gas. He would get paid X amount an hour. And it's like a formula. Now, this is not my area of expertise. I just know this because I consult with a lot of truck drivers. So the way the broker broke everything down is they got paid X amount for however they work everything out, and she got like a percentage of whatever was the hourly rate.
Right.
But on top of the hourly rate, they also got money for gas. If their truck breaks down, that's on them. That's the cost of doing business. If you own your home and the AC goes out, that's on you. You became a homeowner. If I'm renting, then that's going to be on the apartment complex. So you're on the only way that people want to work for Tandem is if you have the job. If you don't have the jobs, why does anyone need Tandem?
I got it.
So I would just find you some groups, some trucking industry groups, some women in trucking, some minority in trucking. Just start rubbing shoulders with people in the industry.
Yeah, I'm in a lot of those groups already. A lot of them, unfortunately, it's just a bunch of yeah. So
sometimes you have to, comb through all of they ain't talking about nothing to find who is the person that person who can lead me to what you would be looking for is a big company. Now, we don't have to limit ourselves to Georgia. Okay, you can get Georgia and other surrounding areas. So we're in Louisiana. Think about all of the big transport states. So Louisiana gonna be at that port, right? Mm-hmm. You got Texas. Texas is nothing but oil rigs and gas and all that. I don't know what Georgia. I'm sure Georgia has some kind of crop. I'm not from Georgia. I've only been to Atlanta. ATL Shawty. So I don't know what is big as far as transportation in Georgia, but find out what that is. There has to be the Department of Transportation. There has to be some kind of professional program for where these big truck companies are going to, like conferences.
That's what
you need to get into the room with the big boys.
Big companies, yeah.
That's where you need to be. So it is the big truck conference, not where the drivers are going to be at, the other side, the people who are employing. So a lot of those people will be at any kind of Department of Transportation seminar. I would just Google different trucking conferences. Just Google them, look at the speakers. Who's speaking? Do they have any books? Do they have any mentorships? Where are they from? And eventually you're going to find you a conference. They may even have a virtual conference, but you want to get in the room with the CEOs, with the people who have the people who are paying. That's where you need to be at. And once you find the jobs, baby, you can find a driver all day, every day. You can even go post up on the low board, add some money on that, and get some drivers. Finding a driver isn't the hard part. Getting the contract, being the plug to put the 2 and 2 together, that's what you need to be working on.
Yeah, I think I've just been focused on contracting, but this is helpful. It's okay. So besides the logo, anything else you see that I could improve on that? Not that I know the website isn't everything, but
the website looks
okay.
The website looks like, someone just made this website.
Okay, so what do I need to personalize it or make it look more, It looks cookie cutter. It looks kind of like.
It looks simple.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'm a straight shooter, so I'm just going to shoot it straight, and we're not going to take
it. Shoot it straight, honey.
Okay. We need to just get us a new website.
Okay, we need to do a new website.
I'm gonna send you your website. You're already small, right?
Right.
So if you're small, we got to be able to compete with the big boys. Now, we can't compete with these trucks. We can't compete with any of that. But you can definitely compete with a logo. I mean, with a website. Now, if we can't afford a website, we're gonna just deal with this right here. But I'm about to hold on. Let me give you some websites that we can look at. Whoever did the website, we need a website developer, a person that's going to be able to give you a website that's going to be able to look like you a real business. So when I go to your website, you are giving me, you are a 7-8 figure business, and you are getting this contract. When I go on your website, it's giving me someone went on Wix.com and her little high school student they didn't did this website for a science project. That's what it's giving me.
Okay. All right.
I'm gathering some I always say go look at the big boys. Let me give you these.
No, we used so this what is the name of it? It's Blue Web Hosting. Something that I took out under the consulting company because it reported, it helped build business credit, right? So I'm working under the confounds of what they offer. And so that may be why the website looks, because the VA was wanting me to purchase some other type of software. And I was like, no, see what you can do with this.
Girl, what? Give me your number, Miss Sandra.
Ma'am.
Give me your number again.
It's 706-566-3053. So I know it takes money to make money, but it's like I'm trying to be as cost effective as I can until I can get some coins. So that's why I told him, I was like, just work with this because this is what I have right now. And
I totally understand.
Okay.
That's why if I were to say to do something, go ahead and get yourself in the room with the conferences, the people who are going to be hiring drivers.
Oh yeah, I gave him Snyder. He resourced Snyder when he built this site. Snyder, I sent him. Yeah.
But okay, well, this is the site. Okay, the font is real basic. These pictures is real basic. This green and yellow, that just makes it look real cheap. About us is talking about you. It's not saying anything. In a digitized world, we treasure our human approach. Baby, we are the leading, we are the leading transportation. Sell yourself. Founded in March of 2023 by Sandra Renee. Baby, you are telling us, baby, we are 10 seconds old. Okay. All this distinguished military, first of all, you are a woman. Okay. Do we want everyone knowing that you own the company? We may not. Okay. Now, if you're veteran owned, just have your VA find you whatever is the traditional veteran owned logo and put that on the home page. Because if people care about something that's veteran owned, they know that's what that logo means. We're not going to say when we found it because we got founded 10 seconds ago. Okay. So us being founded 10 seconds ago is not our selling point. Our selling point is that we are leading in the industry. We take, getting the freight to and fro on time in a safety manner, following all of the Department of Transportation rules, regulations, and guidelines to a T. Our staff is equipped with, write this like the person who's going to pay you is reading this. Nobody cares about Sandra Renee. Who is Sandra Renee? I'm not going to give... If you're gonna hire me, what's gonna sell you? Veteran owned. I could probably, if I'm not a veteran, I could care less about being veteran owned. Mm-hmm. If someone's hiring a driver, what do they care about? They care about the truck not breaking down. They care about the Department of Transportation rules being followed. They care about, rules and regulations. They care about the freight being there on time. Being an industry leader, we understand that, I don't know what the proper words are, but, we understand that freight being, delivered on time, following rules and regulations, we make that our number one standard. Here over at Tandem Logistics, our drivers are trained and certified. We inspect our trucks, boom, 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 boom. We give you a guarantee that your freight is going to be delivered on time. That's what I want to hear if I'm hiring you. Innovation drives us. Embracing technology and industry trends, we enhance efficiency over real time. Baby, what are we saying?
It's a bunch of fluff, huh?
Correct. This is where we don't fluff. Now, if we're gonna these the colors, I mean, at least give me a real logo.
And
If you, it's like you gotta give me something, right? Okay, we aren't Schneider. The other people I gave you, baby, website is banging. Like when you click on it, you already know it's about to be something. At least give me a strong logo, right? Give me a strong logo instead of all this green. This green and yellow is making it just look cheesy.
Really?
Girl, on not in the logo on the page. It's about us, is about you, your mission and vision. There's no real pictures. It's not services. The services page is not bad. This is probably your best page. Compliance.
I don't know why it won't let me click on this link. Let me pull it
The
up.
compliance page is not bad either. But all this stuff that you have in compliance, that needs to be about us.
Okay.
Hold on, you're doing audit preparation? Wait, what are you doing? What? So you offer compliance services and you do trucking?
Yeah, it all goes hand in hand. So most of the time when you get a trucker, especially an owner operator, they're not gonna have time to keep up with all that stuff. So yeah, audit stuff, I've done that. So I'm just gonna train my VA how to do it. And audit preparation I've done. And
But does that need to be under Tandem Logistics, or does that need to be under, who's going to the website? The business or the driver?
both. The drivers are gonna have to come there to apply. So naturally, when they come to apply, they probably gonna nosy around. But yeah, like if I'm applying for grants and stuff, then those people are coming to it too. So it needs to be appealing to both. And you're just not, you don't like my website, and I don't feel some type of way.
Don't feel any kind of way.
I
What I'm
don't.
saying is, as a small business, some part of you has to stand out.
It has to be made.
Where you can compete is your online presence. At least give me a better logo. Give me a logo that I don't think you paid. Give me a logo that you didn't make yourself on the website. That's what it's giving me. Invest $100 with a graphic designer to give you a corporate, a clean, sleek logo. You can still keep the same format, but just the font that's being used on the website is just, we need a real web designer. If we can't afford all that, at least change the About Us page. Take some of this green and yellow off. It makes it look cheap.
Okay.
But having it more black and white with a hint of green and yellow gives it a more robust oomph. Look at the font that's used on Schneider. It's a nice bold font. The font that we have is just it's not an appealing font. Your main page has to sell me. This your reliable path to efficient transportation. Boring. Plus, you can barely see the words on top of this green pasture, right? So Schneider, on their main page, they got these big old trucks in the video with the trains, with this big old call center, because they got money, right? On our homepage, we need to have a big old truck. It ain't gotta say Tandem Logistics on it, but give me a big boy truck up on here. Give me something that makes me say trucking. Make the font, maybe let me be able to see the font. Your reliable path to efficient, baby. You got to change. What's Schneider saying? Get ahead, baby. Get ahead, stay ahead. Come on, get ahead. So shippers, what is your logo?
Yeah, I gotta come. Yeah, the tagline. You saying that's cheesy too?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I appreciate this. I mean, this is helpful.
When you are designing your website, design it as you are someone's trying to sell you. So if someone said, I'm gonna give you $1 million, I need you to go spend it with the best trucking company, what would you be looking for? You write your website to sell your customer. What does the customer want to hear? Nobody wants efficient transport. Nobody wants anything efficient. That means basic, mediocre. I want the average looking girl. Give me the car that's going to give me the average gas mileage. Give me the car that's going to give me the average safety. Let me find the plane that's going to give me the average number of deaths. Do you want that? If you're sick, do you want the average doctor, or do I need the #1 doctor on cardiac surgery to save my daughter? What do you want? We are the leading transportation company. Give me some adjectives that make me want to give you my money. What's going to sell me? Efficient, reliable path, boring. They want a game changer. A person wants an industry leader. A person wants the #1. A person wants experience is not on our side, but someone who's experienced, someone who understands the new, innovative way in trucking. You're a new company, so you should stand on, we understand all of the new, innovative ways in the transportation industry. Sell me. Your website doesn't sell me. And look at Schneider, look at all of their graphics, right? We need to compete. Whatever truck Schneider, we got to have these trucks on here. So the trucks don't have to have Schneider on them, but whatever is this big boy cab, give me a big boy cab from Peterbilt, or who else is a big? It's just
yeah.
Your website, now the one thing you can compete is the website. It needs to mirror that other website besides Schneider. I don't know who they are. This GP Transco. But look at their bold font. This is, see, a lot of the issue is you don't have a web designer. A web designer understands font, boldness, what fonts go with each other. The font, like your person is using font that should be on like a letterhead, on like a menu, a banquet award ceremony. These kinds of fonts is what will be like on a graduation announcement. Look at the other website. Websites, you got to have big, bold fonts, right? Big, gravitating pictures. So it's not so much whatever platform you're on. You need to hire a graphic designer, someone that, he ain't got to be the best graphic designer, but someone that understands the elements of font, of graphics, of what goes what, to make your website. And you can go on Fiverr.com, Fiverr.com, and find you a little Indian man. They will be cheaper than anyone in the US, but they'll have a library where you can see the different work that they have. When you pay them, it goes to Fiverr, the company, and you have to approve that you like the work or the service. And once you approve it, then the graphic designer will get paid.
Okay.
But your website is not designed by a graphic designer, and it shows. Okay. That's what you need. So a VA is a website is this is going to be your selling point. So when you meet someone and you hand them your card and they go to your website, you can compete. We can't compete with the office space. I'm working from home. I can't compete with the trucks. I don't have no trucks. I can compete with my website because they don't know what's behind the website. So when you have a nice, strong website, we got a nice corporate logo, you got the gift of gab, you got the experience, you didn't help this one trucker go through all of this, so you understand all the ins and outs. All you need is the opportunity, but you got to invest in something to compete. So if you are trying to apply for a grant, maybe we need another $1,000 because it's time for us to revamp our website. Maybe you need money for a graphic designer. So if I were to say, what will make you money in 60 days? A new website, a graphic designer, a new logo. Okay. Maybe you found a conference. Maybe we just need some help getting to a conference. You have hit a plateau. You are needing to, you have started your business, but you understand that, my website cannot compete with the other one. I got a web, but at least you have a website. We ain't just sitting at home saying, I ain't got no money for a website yet, so I don't have one. We're gonna give you a little E for effort. You at least got something on, but you can say, hey, I am not able to get bigger contracts because although I am a small business, my website, I did it myself. I have my assistant help me on this. I didn't have the money to really go out and hire a graphic designer. So I need $5,000 for a graphic designer, for a logo, for a website so I can make myself look more corporate so I can get some bigger contracts. That will make you money in 60 days. Now you can't compete.
Okay.
So now when an owner operator comes on your page, they feel confident that you can afford to pay them.
Okay. I'm glad you looked at it. I'm glad some told me to ask you to look at it. So I did, because I really honestly wasn't loving it myself.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay. This is helpful.
Oh, good.
All right. I think this evening I'm gonna spend some time. I'll go and do what you suggested as far as just, looking through the grants, picking out a couple, and I'll just do a couple of those this evening. I don't have nothing else to do. So
Perfect.
ma'am. All right, Miss Joy. So I guess if I want to reconnect with you, I can just go back and
yes, ma'am. So then maybe we can follow up like in 45 days to see, what you've done so far and what's our next step to get into, that final goal line.
That's perfect. Because today's October 1st, so that'll be mid-November. Okay. Well, thank you, ma'am. I do.
No problem. Have a good one. Bye.